Good morning. Just going to get the music going. But as you're ready, go ahead and begin to make your way to your mats. Let's see. There we are. Welcome, welcome. Oh, it's getting chillier in the mornings. It's getting harder for me to move in the morning. I don't know if you're experiencing the same thing. Hopefully that wasn't the end of the speaker, but if it is, that's okay. Huh, okay. It doesn't want to do with airplane mode on, so hopefully nobody messages during class. All right, just taking a moment to center. Finding that nice, comfortable seated position. And as you begin to connect with the breath, go ahead and just close your eyes for a moment or two. I want you to go ahead and just begin right away by activating that core. So drawing that belly button up and in. Beginning to elongate through the spine, drawing the crown of the head up as the shoulders drop down, but also feel very weighted through the hips. So rooting down as you're growing up. Connecting with a few deep breaths here, just scanning the body for any places that may be sore, injured, holding on to any tensions. Just breathe a little bit extra love into those spaces right now. And as we begin to move through class, always being mindful of your body, always feeling free to modify or rest through any poses that just don't quite feel right for you. On your next inhale, drawing the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Taking a few deep breaths here. Maybe pressing back into the hands, opening the hips. Maybe you come up onto the fingertips, making spider hands. Dropping the chest in between the shoulders. Beginning to walk your hands over to the left. Inhale through center, exhale over to the right. next inhale, coming through center, we're going to go ahead and switch across the legs and do our folds one more time. If your hips aren't perfectly even, it should switch up your stretch a little bit. So go ahead and inhale with a flat back, crawling forward on the fingertips. Breathing here in your forward fold. Beginning to walk over the left knee. On an inhale through center, exhale, other side. On your next inhale, making your way back to center and all the way up. We're going to go ahead and if you have a block, you may want to grab that or a pillow close by. Maybe you won't need it, but sometimes it makes it more comfortable if your legs don't quite come together. So go ahead and bring your right foot, your right shin, kind of to the front of the mat in parallel, and your knee is kind of going to be right in front of that hip. So it's out a little ways. So maybe I'll scoot back so you can see better. Then left foot coming on top, and you can place that flexed foot just right on top of that knee. And unless your hips are really open, you might have a gap between your knees. That's what I like the block for, just a little bit of support there. And it's early and it's cold and I'm feeling extra tight. And maybe you guys are too. Maybe you're just sitting with a flat back. Maybe you're even reaching behind and pressing that chest forward just a little bit. If your knee can reach your foot, you can go ahead and begin folding forward, walking your hands out in front of you. Just breathing into the hips here. Inhaling up, releasing that block if you've used one. Gently releasing that top foot. Now bringing it to the bottom. Again, kind of lining up that knee with the hip. So your shin's pretty far out in front of you. Then bringing that right foot now on top. Keeping it flexed. Placing that block or pillow if you need. Maybe pressing into the back of the hands so you can get a really nice straight spine and just drawing the chest forward a little bit. Again, if your knees are already touching and you want to just take a forward fold here, walking the hands out in front of you, feel free. Next inhale, coming back up to center, removing that block, gently removing the legs. And we're going to go ahead and make our way onto our hands and knees.
just going to start with a few cat-cows. Inhaling up, exhale back. Moving with your own breath for 2 or 3 rounds. On the cat, maybe really seeing if you can push into those hands, finding any opening in the upper back in between the shoulders. And with your next inhale, coming back to neutral spine. We're going to take a few side bends, so just drawing the shoulder towards the hip towards the shoulder, and taking a peek back, seeing if maybe you can see your hip. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Inhale through center, exhale, other side. Just getting some lateral motion into the spine. And if you really, really crunch when you look, like really draw that hip up, you're getting a little bit of oblique work as well. Keeping the spine nice and neutral, not dipping down while you do it. Still pushing firmly through the hands and knees. Just a couple more. And meeting back at neutral spine. We're going to go ahead and do a little bit of balance work here as well. So inhaling that right arm up, left foot back just to start pressing out through that back heel. Opening the calf muscle before lifting that foot up. And then for today, we're going to crunch that knee out to the side and the elbow out to the opposite side. Inhaling forward. Exhale. Crunching to the side. Inhale forward. One more time. Exhale, crunch. This is working a lot of stabilizing muscles as well. Once you inhale out to long, go ahead and exhale, returning that hand and foot to the mat. Beautiful work. Just 3 on the other side. Inhaling that left arm forward, right leg back. And once you begin to get that balance, go ahead and lift that foot up. And elbow and knee, opposite sides. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow and knee. Inhale, lengthen. One more time. Exhale, elbow and knee. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, return to the mat. Bringing the big toes together, knees wide, pressing back, child's pose, allowing that belly to drop down between the legs. Forehead comes to the mat. And inhale, back forward onto your hands and knees, and we're going to come right onto our sides. You might not even get off the floor today. So go ahead and take a minute to really stack your joints and get your base set up. So your body will be at like maybe a 30-degree angle. So it's not quite perfectly straight. You've got your feet coming forward just a tiny bit. Stacking that elbow under the shoulder, palm, spreading those fingers. Nice big base. Go ahead and bring that left hand to the left hip. And then depending on where you're at, you might take that left leg and place it as a kickstand for coming up into your side plank.
maybe you flex the feet strongly and stack the feet. Either way, pressing up now into your side plank, really shooting those hips up towards the sky, and you just keep pressing, pressing, pressing. See if you can take a deep breath in and out here, squeezing those glutes together, drawing that belly button up and in, and release. Don't go anywhere though. We're going to do this one more time. Inhale, pressing the hips up. Maybe you draw the hand up long on this one. Just a couple more breaths. Good morning. And exhale, release. You can just roll right over or flip around to the other side. Also, while you're doing this pose, try and keep the crown of the neck right in line with the spine. So it'll be pointing towards the side of the room. All right, stacking that elbow under the shoulder. Choosing your feet position, either with a kickstand or stacked. And pressing the hips up. Pressing out long through that bottom foot. Tucking that belly button in, squeezing those glutes together. Stiff as a board. One more deep breath in. And exhale, release. Again, don't go anywhere. Got one more for you. All right, getting ready, pressing into the sides of the foot, through the elbow, shifting those hips up, pressing up with the tight core. Maybe you lift the top arm up, reaching out through those fingertips, drawing out long through the crown of the head. Just a couple more breaths here. One more deep breath in, and exhale, release. Making your way all the way onto your back. Go ahead and draw the knees in. Giving them a big hug. Maybe circling the hips. And gently releasing the soles of the feet back to the mat. We're going to try a kind of moving bridge. So let's start by taking your heels as close to your body as you can. And once you begin coming up into bridge, you're really going to want to keep the back of your head on the mat. So not turning to one side or the other. This will really help protect the neck. But as we move our hips up, I'm going to have you raise your hands up and over the head. And as we roll our hips back down, the arms are going to come back up and down by the sides. So if you needed to watch for that part, inhaling up and exhale, arms back down. Okay, now we're going to add on the bridge part. So inhale, pressing into the feet, lifting the hips and arms up overhead. Exhale, lowering down, one vertebra at a time. Inhale up, pressing, squeezing the glutes, hands touch the ground. Exhale. Hands come back down to the side, rolling to the ground. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. We're going to do a few more. At the top, really give it all you got. Give it a full push up, a full squeeze in, squeezing those thighs in towards one another. Inhale up. Exhale down. Beautiful work. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last time. Inhaling up. And exhale down. Once your whole spine reaches the mat, go ahead and just bring your hands onto your belly. Maybe pointers and thumbs meet in a triangle, bringing the soles of the feet together, allowing the knees to drop out to the sides, Baddha Konasana, or bound angle pose. As you take a few breaths here, I'm just going to bring in the centering thought for today. And to be honest, I've been struggling with the centering thoughts the last few classes, but as I'm searching for what would feel good for today, an old idea that I was introduced to back on Hawaii popped up, and that is ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono, which essentially translates to, I'm sorry, forgive me, I thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, forgive me, I thank you, I love you. And ever since I heard about this healing modality, it's really a healing way, a healing path. I use this mantra actually often. Anytime I may have the impression that someone hurt my feelings, or anytime I hurt my own feelings. So I really love it because it can be used in all aspects, even for self, and it just helps me move my train of thought from maybe what would be dwelling on a situation to kind of coming to acceptance and moving through it. Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I thank you. I love you. Go ahead and place your hands behind your thighs, drawing your knees back up to center. You've just got a few more minutes. Go ahead and make a gentle cradle for your head with your hands. And we're going to lift that left foot up off the mat at a 90-degree angle. And then on an inhale, you're going to bring that shoulder towards the knee. So really focusing on the shoulder, not the elbow. And exhale back. Actually, exhale up. I'm sorry. Inhale back down. It's a little bit easier. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keeping that top leg as still as you can. Inhale. Exhale. Just a couple more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale.
And now drawing that right foot up parallel to the mat. We're going to bring that left shoulder towards the right. So taking a deep inhale now. Exhale up. Inhale back. And exhale up. Inhale back. Exhale up. Just a couple more times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale up. And inhale all the way back to the mat. Now that we've engaged the sides of our abs a little bit, we're going to go ahead and come up a few times right through center. So again, think of lifting the chest towards the sky, not curling your elbows in or up. It's more of a lift motion. So give that a try. Just a nice cradle of the head. No need to pull on it or anything. Inhale here. Exhale, lifting the chest. Inhale back down. Maybe you don't touch all the way to the ground. Exhale up. Maybe you keep that head off the mat just a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Just a couple more. You got this. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale up. Hold. 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 And inhale all the way down to the mat. Beautiful work. I want to take just a couple to target the lower core, which can be a difficult place to get into. And then we're going to start winding down for Shavasana. So go ahead and make a triangle with your pointer fingers and thumbs, pressing into the feet, and placing that triangle right under your sacrum. This just helps protect the lower back a little bit when we do leg lifts. So go ahead and once you find that comfortable place, go ahead and lift the legs up. Maybe you keep a little bend in them today. And we're just going to exhale, touching the toes, in, loop, exhale back up, sorry. Inhale, release down. Exhale, pull up. Inhale down. Exhale, pull up. Just a few more times. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. You've got this. Beautiful, powerful core. Inhale down. Exhale up. And inhale down. Soles of the feet come to the mat. Pressing in, releasing the hands. Go ahead and draw those knees in towards your chest. Giving them a roll or rocking side to side. Go ahead and drop both knees over towards the right. Opening that left hand out, gazing over the left shoulder. Into a nice gentle supine twist. Inhaling the knees up through center. Exhale over towards the left. Gazing out over that right shoulder.
to center. And exhale, drawing those legs out long. Arms come out to the sides. If you have a blanket or sweater close by, maybe laying that over you for the next couple minutes as our body is going to begin to cool down. On your next inhale, taking a deep breath in, maybe exhaling out through the mouth. Maybe draw your arms up, long overhead, stretching the body before bringing the soles of the feet to the mat and making your way onto your side for fetal position. After taking a breath or two there, beginning to press yourself up, back into seated position. Meeting you here, back and seated. The word for today, for the December's challenge, is Ho'oponopono. And if this is one of the ones you're trying to remember, just write it down the best you can. And that's Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono. And I just want to express my gratitude for making it to your mats today, for joining me early this morning, for honoring your body, for showing up. Bring your hands to heart center. Namaste.